And it's Bartolo Colon anniversary home run day. Hello to anybody who's joining in early. We'll give you all a little bit of time to get in. We should almost like keep it on a loop.
I'll just replay it a few times.
And we just keep replaying it.
PM's in the building.
It is a little loud.
PM, let's get an audio check.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sound is working.
Sound is working. Well, let's
fan-fucking-tastic.
let's roll back the Bartolo Colon home run. Let's see if we can see that again. It feels so great. We want to see it multiple times. It's great. Gary Cohen is just so excited. He's so excited.
Smack.
Keep it rolling. It's one of the greatest moments in sports history, baseball history, human American history, Dominican history, or Puerto Rican history. I don't know. We might get a Bartolo Colon card because he's that old. He's been in the league that long. But so this is episode 6. Before we get episode 6 started, let's turn the volume down in the background so that Gary Cohen doesn't drown us out. We want to give you a quick update. Matt, you got the cards in front of you there.
Let me get something cranking over here.
Okay, all right. But we do have an update on our Thursday feature, which is Mustache Mountain.
Yes. So, as of last week, Mark Clear was the clear leader of Mustache Mountain.
Right.
We did have Paul Mirabella and Lamar Hoyt up there. Due to recent circumstances, I changed my Mustache Mountain top of the hill.
Okay.
Michael,
I'm
still sticking with Mark Clear.
Mark Clear.
Solid mustache, but the mustache on this man, I must say, that I put up there is amazing. And my new top of Mustache Mountain is Brian Harper.
Yeah. Good for Brian Harper.
I mean, that is just a great mustache.
As I said just before we started to record here, cop mustache.
Very, very cop-like mustache.
Very cop mustache.
Cop with a P.
Yeah, no. This isn't dirty. It's a cop mustache. So, today, first of all, a quick happy birthday shout out to my dear close personal friend, Nicole Henn. She turns 40 years old today. If you wanted to keep your age to yourself, tough crap. When you turn 40, everybody just starts announcing your day, your birthday. So, to the knowledgeatarian, happy birthday. She's the only knowledgeatarian in the world. Don't ask what a knowledgeatarian is. It's an invented term. Today, we got ourselves
a doozy.
Classic baseball cards. I said in the last episode that I couldn't really show you the outside of the pack. I can only really, because it's not like one of these guys where it's got a wrapper on the outside. This is one of those cellophane. I don't know. This might have been in a vending machine. It might have been in these might be rewrapped. Who knows?
You can see the gum.
I think there's gum. Yeah, I think there's either gum or some.
If you could stay hidden and flip it the opposite way to you, you see the gum right in the middle.
Oh yeah, there might be. All right, okay. So they preserved the gum. They took the wrapper off. They put the cards in a different cellophane, and then they put the gum in the middle. 82 is a weird time.
They're not fake cards. They're real cards.
Real cards. 1982 top set. Producer Matt, what are we looking for?
So you had highlighted 5 cards that you're looking for, and these are 5 crazy cards.
Yeah.
Okay? I know you didn't really look into the value of them. It's just cards that you were hoping to pull out of the set. Yeah. So up first, we have a Lee Smith rookie card, depending on grade, valued between $100 to $600.
Sure.
I'm going to save the best for last.
Please.
The Ricky Henderson card is valued at about $150. Nolan Ryan, $250, depending on the grade.
On the grade, okay.
Keep that in mind.
All right.
The Cal Ripken Future Stars rookie card is selling right now, right there.
Tiny
right
cows.
To the left.
Tiny cows.
To the camera left.
All right.
The Future Star Cal Ripken rookie card, upwards of $1,000.
Sure, bring it on.
Condition.
Bring it on.
But that's not even the best. The Reggie Jackson, last Yankee card ever made. I believe this is the last Yankee card ever made.
It was the last. Well, no, the last Reggie Jackson Yankee card.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Yes.
This card is so hard to find that there's no value for it on the market right now. So
It's a ghost.
those are 5 cards that we're looking out for. There's a bunch of other very, very high value cards in this set.
It's a great set.
So take it ahead.
It is a great set. So, a memorable year, 1982. I'm kind of wearing a throwback Jets jersey because we're going to get the NFL schedules. But these were kind of the colors they wore in 1982. That's just for me. So, a nice little set of cards. I'm going to go... There it is. A giant piece of gum. Look at that. It's like a shingle.
That's a double boy.
They melded 2 together. There's a special gum factory.
This isn't even, like, there's not even marks for it to separate. That's
one large piece of gum in the middle of this pack of cards. They put it in the middle, I guess, to probably not stain the... We're flying without a pilot here. Maybe to not stain the cards. I don't know, but future stars. This was good. Like when Topps really had their game about them in the early part of the 80s, they would pack 3 guys and tell you we're not sure which one's going to be great. They're all future stars.
We're guessing.
So you've got pitcher Scott Brown, not a star. Jeff Combe, C-O-M-B-E.
Jeff Combe.
Combe. Maybe it's Combe. And the only guy that I remember from this set is Paul Householder, because that's a cool name. Like, you know, if you own property, you are a householder.
How about Combe?
Also, if you're like, what was the guy Gulliver's Travels, where he hung out with all those cats on Lilliput?
Yeah.
Like he would pick up one of their huts and be like, he's a householder. So Paul Householder.
I like Kumbaya, my lord.
Kumbaya. Jeff with a G.
Geoff.
So future stars. Did you show them the back of the card? Because it gives them like a little bit of an idea as to what their trajectory on their career is.
Scott Brown, height.
Aha. Oh, you're already hitting me hard. He's 6'3".
6'6".
6'6". Oh, Jesus.
Giant boy.
I should have said he's the Gulliver in the Gulliver's Travels. Huge dude. Anyway, we move on.
These comments are great already.
Houston Astros outfielder utility guy Terry Poole. Terry Poole was a pretty vital guy in the early part of that. And the Astros are good. Like this was the strike shortened season of 1982. The Astros were one of the teams that were like flipped in after the strike got resolved. They were flipped into the playoffs because they had like a wonky, like they restarted the season after the strike, and Houston ended up in the playoffs. It was a real hodgepodge mess. I think they played the Dodgers. The Dodgers and the Yankees went to the World Series that year. That's cool. But Terry Poole was, he's a off the bench guy. I call a lot of guys off the bench guys, but pretty memorable. All right, here we go. We got another future stars. We're loading up a future stars. California Angels. We've got Tom Bernansky, who ended up playing a lot of solid years for the Minnesota Twins. I never knew he was a California Angel, so this is a surprise. So you got Tom Bernansky, Bruno. You've got Luis Sanchez, who was a pitcher. Don't really remember if Luis Sanchez had any memorable parts. And then Darryl Sconyers. Am I missing something?
It was a Bartolo Colon Kingsford commercial where he's just rubbing his belly and eating fried chicken.
It's national treasure, Bartolo Colon. Darryl Sconyers, first base. I don't remember him being a first baseman. But he gets into that category of guys who are real skinny and might have looked like insects. Much like the grasshopper, Gary Pettis, who we did find out that he did pitch but he coached for the Mets. That was in the comments from yesterday. Thank you for anybody. One thing I do want to point out about these future stars, I think they were all, like, anytime they were selecting these future stars, these were, like, some of the guys were, like, breaking camp and, getting onto their first major league rosters. Other guys that were, like, really touted in the minor leagues. So before you had the internet and before you had all of these, resources to look players up, you could go and say, like, oh, who's the future stars for the Reds or the Angels and you would be like, oh, I can't wait for Darryl Sconyers to be a great player. We're all still waiting for Chris Welsh to be a great player. He looks like he's breaking his elbow in this.
Oh my.
And this, look at that. Yeah. Call the doctor. Send somebody to Chris Welsh's hotel room. Rookie card for Chris Welsh. Look this one up in your guides. I don't think Chris Welsh really had a tremendous career, but that maybe because he broke his elbow in his picture for the 1982 Topps card. I talk a lot about the San Diego Padres uniform, and that's their real brown boy uniform. Highly excellent. That's a way to say it. All right. Controversial, Mr. Controversy himself, Pete Rose, during his time with the Philadelphia Phillies, they were the Whiz Kids, the Wheeze Kids or something. But Pete Rose, some people might remember him as the former manager of the Cincinnati Reds. He was also a gentleman who gambled on baseball. Little known fact: Pete Rose banned from baseball. I don't know. Anybody on the chat is going to verify this.
Can somebody chime in?
Banned from baseball.
Also, arguably the worst hair in all of baseball. The
worst haircut in all of baseball. A moppy, floppy mop haircut, akin to an Asian boy.
I think this is when
Bowl
they told
haircut.
him he was banned from baseball. This is the face he made.
Pete Rose should have, at some point, and somebody might want to find these pictures on the internet. Did Pete Rose ever grow a beard? Because he's got himself a beard face. He could use a beard on his face.
Because it's terrible.
Because, yeah, Pete Rose. Not a big fan of Pete Rose. I'm not a big fan of Rob Wilfong as well. But here's one thing I want to point out, Matt. When you grab this card, you'll help me out. Very cool, like, I would say like 70s or 80s, like the trimming on the side of the card. If you want to give that the close-up. That little runner on the side was super cool and would change for each team. Kind of like their team colors, but not really. I think that was also like hockey cards would have that side trim.
These comments are great, guys.
So, Rob Wolfunk. Everybody get ready. We found a card that is of value, boys and girls. Nolan Ryan, 1982.
Oh, boy.
This one, Matt wrote it. You had it in your notes. This one's worth, I don't want to touch it with my fingies.
About it's
$250?
$250
$1982 dollars. Holy crap. That's great stuff. Nolan Ryan.
Edges are a little bent, but it's not in bad condition.
It's in decent condition. It might have been pressed up against that gum. But Nolan Ryan, again, one of the all-time greatest pitchers in the history of baseball. Still a guy that people still talk about as being not only tough to hit against, but also kind of an ornery dude. Just punching Robin Ventura in the head, as Ventura came out to the mound, just clocking him in the head like that. That's right now early contender for the league. It's going to be hard to beat. Pete Rose, you're out of here. Nolan Ryan's the leader of the pack. Hey, Yankee fans. You know this guy and his very monotone delivery. It's Kenny Singleton. At this point, Kenny Singleton, longtime Baltimore Oriole, should actually be calling Baltimore Oriole games because they're a snooze fest. No offense, Baltimore Oriole fans out there. But Kenny Singleton, outfielder, first baseman, pretty solid bat. But dull as dirt as a color commentator. I know the Yankee fans are probably going bananas and saying like, "Oh, we're disparaging Ken Singleton. Didn't he retire? Did he just like leave?" Ken Singleton, you were fine. Nothing exciting. Here we go, everybody. Let's talk about one of the most generic names in 1980s baseball. Bob Clark. Is it an exciting name? Nope. Is he an exciting baseball player? The jury's still out. He's no Will Clark. I know Will Clark and Jack Clark. Those are exciting players. Those are guys where it's like, oh, the last name is Clark. Tell me more about Will Clark. Tell me more about Jack Clark. Bob Clark, might have been up with the team for a very brief period of time and then down with the wind.
Well, this Ken Singleton was an all-star card, too.
Sure. This is exciting. This is special. This might fetch something. Toronto Blue Jays, Danny Ainge. What? Is that the same Danny Ainge that played for the Boston Celtics?
Yep.
What? That's the same Danny Ainge. Danny Ainge baseball card, everybody. That's bonkers.
Great.
That's bonkers. See? Random card pack. This is so great. What can I tell you about the baseball player Danny Ainge? He wasn't
3 for 3 games in 1980.
Oh, he wasn't a baseball player for long, but 2 3 for 3 games. You're going to put that on the back of the card? If that's his career highlight, it's probably better that he went in the hoops. Coach, who does he coach for? He coaches for somebody. The Timber Tams. Is there somebody? Timberwolves. Is he a Timberwolves coach?
He was.
He was?
I
feel like somebody's gonna just scorch us.
I don't know. I don't know.
Section.
I haven't watched professional basketball in about 10 years.
He played it.
He was a great player.
He played it for 10 years or more. That's awesome. Danny Ainge. All right. Here's not awesome. Rick Waits.
Celtics GM.
Celtics GM.
Thank you, PM.
Stayed in with the Celtics. Cleveland Indians pitcher Rick Waits. Not exciting, but the mustache on this guy, since Thursday's Mustache Mountain Day, he looks like almost like a bit of a mountain man with this mustache, and his blonde hair,
great mustache,
glistening in the Cleveland, the Lake Erie wind, so to speak. But a good mustache, yeah. Don't really know that much about Rick Waits' career. I'd rather see Tom Waits pitch on the mound. George Henn will enjoy that one.
Shake Waits.
Last card, guys. Last card. We saved the best for last. Second time around on Leader of the Pack is my favorite New York Met of 1982, Dave Kingman. I'm immediately putting this in I'm going to put this right back in the same plastic to protect it. I don't think I ever had this baseball card. So this is what's truly special.
Put those both back in there.
Well, I'm putting that under glass. Dave Kingman, a fierce home run hitter. Bring this back up to the front view, Matt. A fearsome mustache as well. Early contender for next week's Mustache Mountain. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Him and Rick Waits now are on the short list for great mustaches. How many total cards was this set? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
12 cards and a giant block of chewing gum. I think that's the end of our show. Like that's it. Nolan Ryan's the leader of the pack, guys. I don't think there's going to be any debate.
I was going to say Danny Ainge, but
Ainge.
I couldn't remember that he was the GM of the Celtics, so I don't think.
Real hodgepodge. A couple All-Star cards. You had an All-Star for the American League, and then a piece of trash with a terrible haircut for the National League. A couple future stars. We didn't repeat teams. Angels. I guess the Angels were repeated teams.
The Angels have been a repeated team on a lot of our shows.
Yeah. The Angels show up a lot.
What about, did we get 2 Indians?
The Indians show up a lot. Oh, we got 2 Houston Astros.
Yes.
Okay. So, I mean, we're building our team collections. Maybe at some point at the end of this, we'll have a special episode where we rank, like, who had the most cards. Right now, I will say if there was any teams that haven't been represented, I don't think we have any Chicago Cubs. Someone can,
I think we may have.
Go back and watch. All right, maybe. Not memorable, guys. Let's not dawdle anymore. People have to watch Bartolo Colon highlights. We have a show next Wednesday where we're getting back to Donruss cards. I don't know what year. We got it in the notes. Don't worry. We'll be prepared.
Next week.
We'll be prepared.
1990.
Donruss 1990. So maybe Bartolo Colon shows up. Did he start playing in 1990? It was 90 or 91. I don't know. He's real old. I think that's it. I think that's our show. That's a show, right?
Yeah.
That's a show.
Yeah. Yeah, and it was, 15, 20 minutes.
15, 20 minutes.
Yeah.
I hope everybody has a fun and exciting evening filled with a lot of hand washing and excitement. For myself and producer Matt, Tiny Cal Ripkins, for our spiritual leader, the great Muta, for Bartolo Colon. Have a fun night, everybody. And stop.